We're so glad that you could join us today for our first festival of the year. We're very excited. Traditionally at this time of the year, in many Waldorf schools across the world, we talk about the Festival of Michaelmas, which we have celebrated many times at this school with the dragon. This year, over the summer, Miss Alice, where is she? Get out here, Miss Alice. She's back there. We happen to be neighbors, and she came across the street and we started talking, and she said, hey, let's look at our festival and still hold the same meaning of Michaelmas, but what if we honored the people who had this land before us? And from that sprung this Festival of Courage that we have been working behind the scenes all summer long, all during the start of the school year, and all of our lovely children for the last couple of weeks preparing to bring this new pageant to you. We really want to honor the people and the animals and the elements of the earth that have been here for many, many years. In the fall, around the world, many cultures are celebrating this type of festival of bringing in the last of the harvest, gathering all the food, getting it stocked up for the cold, dark months ahead of us. Also, in our personal experiences, getting ready to gain that courage within us to sustain through those darker months, the colder months, which often in us arises some of our things that we need to subdue and work on. So with this Festival of Courage, we wanted to honor our Native people. We have reached out to the Crow Nation, to the Ute Nation, and we've been working with them to bring a rendition of the story of the Thunderbirds. This story is Brave Wolf and the Thunderbird. We're using a version by Joe Medicine Crow. We have gotten permission from the Crow Nation to adapt this story to fit our school and our needs, and they were very excited to hear that we were doing this and paying tribute to the people that came before us. So in that thought of really honoring those that came before us, I would like everyone to just pause and be silent for just a minute to really offer our performance to all those who have come before us and those who will come long after we're gone. Thank you. So, without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Mr. Rizzo, who will be narrating Brave Wolf and the Thunderbirds.
One day, a man named Brave Wolf went hunting in the hills, and he did not return for several weeks. And when he came back to camp, he told his family and friends what had happened to him when he was gone. While he was hunting, a huge thunderbird flew over and snatched him up in her giant claws. She took him to a high cliff overlooking the lake in the mountains. There on the cliff was a nest with downy chicks, just beginning to get big. The mother thunderbird said to Brave Wolf, "I have brought you here for a purpose. In the spring, when my young ones are just about so big, a serpent comes out of the water in that lake down there, and climbs up this cliff to eat my little ones, and it's been doing that for quite a while." I've tried everything to stop that serpent. I've hit it with my lightning, but I can't stop it. So now I have brought you, a human being, to come and help me. "All right," said Brave Wolf. "Let me think about what I can do." After Brave Wolf thought for a while, he said to the Thunderbird, "Go and get me some dry logs. I want to build a fire." So the Thunderbird took off, and pretty soon she came back with a dried log and some branches and stacked them in a pile. Now, he said, I need some nice round rocks. So the Thunderbird went off and brought some back. And soon Brave Wolf had a big pile of rocks. Next, Brave Wolf said, I will need you to hunt a large buffalo and bring it here. The Thunderbird did as he was asked. Brave Wolf used the buffalo and the hide. He made a basket that would hold water. And they all gave thanks to the buffalo. right," Brave Wolf said. "I'll need water. And let me know when you think the serpent is going to rise out of the lake. That's when I'll need the water." After a while, the Thunderbird noticed that the waves were building on the lake, and she told Brave Wolf, "The serpent is coming up in about a day." Then the Thunderbird caused a quick little rain shower that filled Brave Wolf's basket with water. Brave Wolf built a fire right near the edge of the cliff, just where the serpent would come up, and he heated the rocks in the fire. The serpent was a great big snake, something like a dragon, and it started rising up out of the lake, and the waves got higher and higher. When the serpent started climbing the cliff, the Thunderbird flew down and struck it with lightning. But she couldn't stop it. It kept coming up slowly and slowly and slowly, getting pretty close to the top. When it got to the top, the serpent opened its mouth. Brave Wolf was ready. He had made a couple of big forks out of tree limbs so that he could push the burning rocks into the serpent's mouth. He kept throwing those red-hot rocks, and when the serpent had swallowed them all, Brave Wolf poured the water from his basket into its mouth. Steam shot up and made all kinds of hissing noises. The serpent started wobbling around, moaning and groaning. Finally, it fell backwards in the lake with a big splash. And that is how the serpent was tamed. And then Thunderbird carried Brave Wolf back home.